France has rejected suggestions that it's not in favor of the South African Home Affairs Minister being elected to head the AU Commission, and Nkosazane says the open toll system is a modernized privatization of public roads. Ambosisiwa Hadebe with the latest news update. France has rejected suggestions that it's not in favor of South African Home Affairs Minister Nkosazane Dlamini-Zuma being elected to head the AU Commission. The French Foreign Minister, Alain Juppé, has given the assurance during his bilateral meeting with his South African counterpart in Pretoria. There are suggestions that France wants to see the return of the current AU Commission chair, Jean Ping, who is also looking for a second term. The deadline for candidate submissions is past, and Dlamini-Zuma faces only the Gabonese incumbent. His 4-year term ends in February next year, but there are no term limits for the job. Juppé says they respect the independence of African countries to make their own decision. He says France has no intention to interfere with the process. President Jacob Zuma says addressing the challenge of dire poverty in the country remains pivotal to the government. Zuma was speaking in Ngqutu local municipality, which falls under Umzinyathi district in KwaZulu-Natal. The district is one of the poorest and most rural in the country. The National Council of Provinces, NCOP, is today concluding its sitting in Ngqutu, where it has been part of the program of taking parliament to the people. Hundreds of people have gathered at the local stadium for the event. Scores of SADC members have begun arriving at the Bisho Stadium in the Eastern Cape in preparation for their march to the office of the Premier. SADC leaders say the march is being postponed to later this afternoon as they are waiting for members to arrive from as far afield as Kokstad and Port Elizabeth. There is a heavy police presence at the stadium. The Education Department says no disruptions have been reported and exams have gone very smoothly. The teachers' demands include the removal of department head, Advocate Modudima Manya, and reinstatement of over 6,000 temporary teachers and the issue of post-provisioning. And lastly, Nkosazane says the open toll system is a modernized privatization of public roads. The Trade Union Federation was giving a presentation on the public hearings into the Gauteng freeway tolling system. When it comes into effect next year, motorists will pay 40 cents and motorbikes 23 cents per kilometer. Nkosazane, Sanko, the DA and the Centurion resident have petitioned the Gauteng legislature over the controversial tolling system. Nkosazane Dumisani Dakile says the implementation of the tolls will lead to massive job losses and discharge people from seeking jobs.
There are more than 2 million workers who have lost hope of ever finding their job. This is a crisis which will have been made worse by the current system as proposed. The system will also even make it difficult for more than 4 million to go out and look for jobs. The country therefore is bound to see more and more discouraged people to look for jobs.
Catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak Option 1.